NyanCave. Hey, welcome back. It's the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I wish it had a shorter name.
I know, right? Case 3.
Case 3, maybe.
Well, maybe. We don't know. Maybe there's like an interlude between cases.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Do you guys want to do some escapades? It's up to you.
Oh, escapade.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do a vote?
Sure, let's do a quick chat poll. Escapade?
What to do? Escapade. Case 3, please. Boom.
We'll see.
Escapade. Escapade.
But welcome back.
What is an escapade?
Apparently
I don't know.
it's a short, like, filler episode of sorts that maybe provides some characterization
That's what I've heard as well.
of some sort.
What are escapades? Yeah, we don't know. It just, there was a comment that's like, hey, the first 2 escapades are probably doable right now if you want to. No previously on message. Very astute of you. There was not. You're
Ooh.
correct. You noticed.
Bada boom. Oh.
Karuma's a bitch, as was the curse it left upon the Orchik lamb. A
Hey.
fitting parting gift from Kazuma as we now venture forth to Great Britain.
Hey, Adam. Thank you.
To Great Britain. It seems like overwhelmingly people want us to do case 3.
Perhaps even overwhelmingly so.
Yeah, it
Okay.
seems quite overwhelmingly that Peepus wants us to do that. Thank you, Peepus. I'm going to flip us over to this one. Boom.
Ooh. London 5th Avenue. The Adventure of the Runaway Room. Is your refrigerator running?
Records of the late last century. I am faced by the events of a certain bitter winter.
I lost my chat.
A murder in a carriage as it sped through dense London fog in the dead of night. Though the victim and the perpetrator were the only ones inside, there were multiple witnesses to the crime itself. However, none could have imagined at the time that such a seemingly obvious case as this would end in such a horrendous manner. My friend, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, once said of the incident, I believe that perhaps that case was indeed the prelude. The beginning of a long concerto that impressive Japanese student and I were to play together.
Ooh.
Anime.
Wow.
This is where Harry Potter is.
Amazing. Is this really just a railway station?
Railway station or not, I've never seen such an enormous building before.
And look at all the steam locomotives. This country is incredible.
Fragrant soaps.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
So this is the capital of Great Britain.
So, where to?
Oh, hello.
Climb aboard. I'll take you wherever you want to go.
In that case, the Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
My pleasure.
My pleasure.
Right, oh.
I suppose you're visiting students from abroad, eh?
Hey.
Thought so. Well then, I hope you enjoy your stay.
Shh, Holmes, is that you?
And welcome to the center of the world, Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
London would think that.
I know.
wouldn't
I was like, well, that's a little presumptuous of oneself.
they? Uh-huh. Wow. Wow.
This place is freaking awesome.
Lord Chief Justice. Are we in Big Ben?
Yep. We're well, for copyright reasons, it's Large Benjamin.
Oh.
Huge Benny. Massive Bartholomew.
Big Bart.
Big Bart.
Big Bart. I don't think all those gears and cogs make any sense.
But are they aesthetic?
They are, yeah.
It's actually massive stave.
What an incredible place.
It's so imposing. It's almost suffocating.
This place is breathtaking. It's like a fortress.
There are some stone buildings like this in Japan now, of course, but they've only been built in the few short decades since we've opened our borders to the outside world. An authentic example like this has quite a different impact, wouldn't you agree? A far cry from the wooden paper most of our buildings are constructed from.
It's certainly unfamiliar. But I think there's more to the differences than just the construction materials. What is this place again?
This is the Lord Chief Justice's office, Naruhodo-san, in the Supreme Court of Great Britain.
The Lord Chief Justice.
We had instructions to report here at this time. If circumstances were different, we were supposed to let the Lord Chief Justice know that we had arrived from Japan.
But Kazuma can't.
No. So instead, we are here in a different capacity. As envoys, to report the news of Kazuma-sama's death.
Yes.
And having delivered his or her message, an envoy's duty is done.
So, we'd have to return to Japan.
If we want to remain here in Great Britain,
I have to take Kazuma's place as the law student selected for the study tour.
yes, which means you need the requisite qualifications as a lawyer.
Which is what I've been studying for.
Here in Great Britain, it's the Lord Chief Justice who appoints lawyers. You have to sign a contract, and then you become a magical girl. I mean, a lawyer. So, that's the second reason why you're here. To have you officially recognized as a lawyer. It's the only way that we'll be able to remain here in London.
I hope I'm up to scratch. Do you want to play a couple things before we see this?
Sure. Let's play some things, because there's many.
Third case. I love it for many reasons, but I hope that a couple of specific characters here will be voiced by Clay. You'll know when you see them. Winking face.
Moses! If they all have beards, then it's, you know, obvious.
You voiced Correcta. He had a beard.
I did, but he was old. And we all know between you and I'm the old one.
Yeah.
Goodbye wardrobe and boyfriend, Cree.
My wardrobe.
Really? I know. It's sad, but we're here in his honor.
Seaman stroking off profile pic at your service.
Angry! I was that an autocorrect?
Yeah, I think that was autocorrect.
I noticed you were stroking off in chat earlier today.
Oh, thank God. Thought you were going to out me.
Escapades are short skits all over adventures and could spoil things as a result. Keep it to before resolve.
Escape.
Blood Kitten! Thanks.
Escape.
Escapades.
One more. Then we'll go.
The accents they did for Naruhodo and Jajato are honestly right on point for Japanese people who studied British English. Good job, directors.
Oh,
Catherine!
cool. Thank you,
And
Catherine.
just for the sake of easily doing voices, I'm not going to attempt to to mimic. We're just gonna keep the voice I have, I think.
Yeah, cool. Good morning. Sorry for keeping you. Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
He's a wolf.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Why'd you have to say it like that?
I don't know. I trust you aren't too exhausted after your long voyage from Japan. It seems I'm 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 47 seconds late. My apologies. Oh, no. Don't mention it. We've never happier than standing around much doing.
Just forgets how to speak English.
Yeah. We're never happier than when we're standing around with nothing much to do. How fortunate. So, introductions. I'm Miles Strongheart.
I believe it's male.
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 Mile.
Could be Mael, yeah.
Male. I'm Male Strongheart, Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire. Oh, I feel like a little mouse under an elephant's foot.
My name is Male Man. Come on, Mr. Naruto. Don't be a mouse.
Oh, squeak, squeak, squeak. It's an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Strongheart. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, welcome to London, the capital of our glorious British Empire. Yes, thank you. Oh.
Time to look at everything.
Just look at all the naughty...
Look at all those naughty books. Ooh.
Packed together in these shelves. Oh, they go from floor to ceiling. I've got naughty books in my room from floor to ceiling as well.
And they're all books that you couldn't hope to come by in Japan. It's like a dream.
Yes, a very bad dream.
They're not all about British law either. There are books about the judicial system of other Western nations. France, Germany, Spain, Holland.
America has no laws yet, so...
Let me check my watch. Ah, yes, the Wild West.
What about Russia?
Why do you ask?
I was wondering about asking the Lord Chief Justice how you say wardrobe in Russian. What do you think?
I think perhaps it's a thought best abandoned.
Oh. Oh, look at these menacing metal giants facing each other from across the room.
I believe they're suits of armor.
Oh, right. I thought maybe they were like lion dogs. Oh, the lion dogs we have in Japan guarding the shrine gates.
No, not at all. In fact, in Europe, suits of armor like these are always possessed by evil spirits, you know.
Always.
Every single time. And they roam around in the middle of the night.
Really? Is there nothing you don't know, Mr. Sato?
This book tells me everything I need to know about everything. If you're ever unsure, just ask.
Where did you get that incredible tome? Oh. Also my chat died.
Again, eh?
Is this some kind of clock?
Actually, I think we might be inside some sort of giant clock. But those gears, they're larger than anything you'd find in a steam locomotive even.
It's eerie. Do you think clocks are some sort of, like, hobby of his? The Lord Chief Justice, I mean.
Well, boys do enjoy fiddling around with machines, don't they?
I'm not sure you could fiddle with cogs that size. And I'm certain you couldn't call him a boy. Still, it's amazing how little noise the cogs make considering how large they are.
Sorry, Matt. We're inside Thick Benson!
There's actually something quite soothing about their precise rhythm.
Dude does seem to like being on time, though. Or at least knows about time.
Mm-hmm.
This must be the Lord Chief Justice's desk. I believe it's made of marble.
Looks more like an over-the-top tombstone that's toppled over to me.
I think that's your fanciful imagination at work again, Mr. Naruhodo.
Feels like everything that's normally made of wood and paper at home is made of bricks and stone here.
I know. That's why this place feels so overbearing, I'm sure. Marvelous.
No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it feels overbearing because that's my mother's face carved in it. Oh, oopsies. Interesting. Oh, yes, very interesting.
One of these days there's going to be something in these sides.
One of these days. Oh, well.
Not this day, though.
You want to play a couple things?
Ooh, I'll play this thing.
Oh, whoa, we traded in our badge.
Ooh.
This case is amazing. I finished it the other day and was blown away. Won't say much else out of spoilers. Hope you enjoy Clay and Nyan.
Oh, Teddy, thank you.
Yeah, this seems to be everyone's favorite case. Currently, this game is in contention for my game of the year.
Ooh, wow.
I mean, we're only 2 cases in, but thus far, I just love it.
So you're saying we should stop now?
No, don't stop.
Armband.
Can't
An
stop.
armband I inherited from Kazuma. It identifies the wearer as a defense lawyer throughout the Empire of Japan. Kazuma Osogi. The lawyer's name is embroidered on the inside here. Look. Kazuma Osogi. This was his band, of course.
He had his heart set on his study tour in Japan, Great Britain. Sorry.
I'm sure he would have found the truth he longed for here. But he lost his life before he even had the chance to see the place.
I have such a strong sense of his hopes and dreams when I look at this armband, though.
Ooh, hey. These are the scales of justice. They're a symbol of defense, aren't they?
Yes, that's right.
Heh.
The scales are a symbol of fairness to show that all are treated equally in the eyes of the law. And they're a warning to those who enter the courtroom without an impartial mind.
But if they're the mark of the defense, it'd be more auspicious if they were weighing more heavily on the not guilty side, I think.
Very impartial, I'm sure.
Lord Strongheart, may I show you this? Please?
To accept this item, issue a receipt, examine it thoroughly, and make a formal statement of my findings. Would require something in the region of 24 seconds of my time.
Sorry?
Does the item warrant 24 seconds of my time, Mr. Naruhodo?
Let's leave it for now.
Oh, and Raiga, no, the membership, messages aren't connected to Streamlabs just yet.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, I missed that.
And our chats have been acting up all weird, so I lost mine and Clay lost his. So it must have just got mixed into shuffled. Thank you, Raiga.
Thank you. But yeah, hopefully they'll pick that up soon.
Yeah, I can't even scroll to find it.
London.
Another thing.
So, what are your impressions of our capital so far? How do you like London?
Oh, well, help. I've been so nervous ever since I got here that I can't remember a single thing about the city.
It's simply splendid, isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh?
It took him 30 seconds to tell you not to waste 24 seconds. We had a wonderful view of some of London's streets from the carriage on the way here from the station. Everything is so impressive and grand. Oh, I must say, I'm almost at a loss for words.
I'm glad to hear you like it. The city boasts tramways, piped water and gas, even cables supplying electricity. We spearhead every revolutionary new technology in the world. Every visitor to London is astounded.
Oh, yes! Astounded is the word! Wow.
Thanks for saving me there, Sasato-san.
And everyone seems so jolly and full of vigor. With the U.
Yes. There's much excitement about the upcoming great exhibition we'll be hosting here in London.
Great exhibition? Oh.
Cultural and technological achievements from around the globe will be exhibited here in our great city. It'll be the greatest spectacle of its kind in history, and will make Paris's World Fair look like a toy shop.
Gosh, I can hardly imagine how magnificent it's going to be.
Great Britain's capital city is nothing but magnificent. London is the center of the modern world.
Oh, he said center with an R-E!
Even if you do say so yourself. He's got like big villain pose. Or like,
his shoulder cape.
is this like POV, first time meeting your new stepdad? Or
Yes. Come in for a hug.
Son.
You're not my dad!
You'll be calling me daddy soon enough, boy.
Oh, man.
The sun will never set on our great empire. Perhaps it is fate that in these progressive times, we welcome visitors from the land of the rising sun.
Lord Chief Justice? I think you were expecting a student of law for this study tour, weren't you?
Absolutely. A Mr. Kazuma Osogi, if my memory serves.
That's right.
The British government has already been telegraphed for a full report on the situation. I understand the young man lost his life aboard the steamship bound for our shores. Our shores.
Oh, that's amazing. The news reached him before we even arrived.
Technology!
My country naturally extends its deepest condolences to yours.
Oh, thank you.
And you honored this appointment specifically to inform me of the news.
Yes. We're here in the capacity of envoys from Japan to report the sad news in person.
They tell me you Japanese are people of protocol and courtesy. I see that it's true. And it is with some regret that I must inform you that the death of the young lawyer means this study tour arrangement can no longer proceed.
If you would just hear us out, Lord Strongheart.
What do you have to say, madam?
It's about the study tour. Mr. Naruhodo here would like to make a proposal.
Would he now? Well, Mr. Naruhodo?
This is it then. The moment of truth.
Me lawyer now! Shit!
Me lawyer, studied good. And Haiti, thank you for doing the test.
Ah, you've completed science.
You've completed science.
It does seem to work. You get to send one message every month.
Every month.
From your member date.
There was a notification that said it's an experiment, so it might go away. I really hope it doesn't, though.
It's really cool. I really like it. And I hope that, Streamlabs can hook into that API.
Yeah. 38 months, though. I'm a prosecutor. No, fuck. I'm a criminal. Ooh, I want to be a judge. The thing is, Lord Justice, Lord Strongheart, I was wondering if perhaps you would consider allowing the study tour to go ahead.
Don't misunderstand me. Britain would ideally like to see the tour go ahead, but without a lawyer from your country, there's nothing to be done.
Well, in that case, what if there was someone else? Another lawyer from Japan, I mean.
This is such a roundabout way of just saying, I'm a lawyer! It's the whole well, what if you did like somebody who was maybe right here in front of you?
Is there something I don't know? Only a single lawyer was invited to Great Britain from your country, and that was Mr. Osogi. At least that's what I've been led to understand.
Well, the thing is... Oh, this really isn't going well at all. I just can't seem to find the right words to say to this man.
Mr. Naruhodo!
I could ruin things here if I'm not careful. What am I going to say? If there's someone else here from Japan who could be described as a lawyer, it's...
Yeah, let's pop a quick shave here. Let's just see what this is about. Just a little shave. Yes, perfect. Okay, cool. Yes, there we go.
It's Miss Sasato. It can probably only be, yes, Miss Sasato.
An unusual introduction, but I presume you mean this charming lady beside you. You're her lawyer, are you?
That look she's giving me. After all the days of hard work she put in to help me study, I can't let her down now. I think that's quite enough joking, don't you, Lord Strongheart? My real answer is, it's me. I can do it.
Is that so?
I mean, I don't actually have any qualifications as such, but...
No qualifications, you say? And yet you still claim to be a lawyer.
I have acted as a lawyer in court before. Only once, as it happens. And I had Kazuma help me, and I was the accused. But glossing over the details. I've been spending every spare moment on the journey here to Great Britain studying. I've learned all about British law and court proceedings while I was on board the SS Buria.
The voyage from Japan is some 50 days, I believe. Not what you might call a full education. To become a qualified lawyer here in Britain, not only do you need a university degree in law, you must also complete several years of training.
I realize it's far too short a period of time, but I can't just go back to Japan. Kazuma, Mr. Osogi's journey had only just begun. Coming here on this study tour was all he thought about. I have to carry on and do everything he planned to do. I know it must sound like an overly inflated opinion of myself, but I would do anything to prove that I have what it takes. Any test you care to set me. Just one chance, that's all I'm asking for. Please.
31 seconds.
Sorry?
Your opening statement there, Mr. Naruhodo. It was 31 seconds long. Not too brief, not too protracted. A perfectly judged appeal, I would say. Which is a skill that would stand you in good stead as a lawyer.
Oh, thanks.
So, you're willing to put those words to trial, are you? Well, I'm all for entertainment. But let me ask you one thing first, sir.
Yeah?
You say you intend to do everything Mr. Osogi planned to do. Are you firmly set on that path?
Well, yes, that's my intention.
I see.
Am I imagining things? Or did his expression just alter a fraction there all of a sudden?
Very well. You have your wish. I'll give you your chance. A test to become a specially certified lawyer. Whether you pass or fail is entirely down to you.
Really? Is this going to be on the test? So, what form will the test take exactly?
Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo, what do you consider the role of a lawyer to be?
Well, defending people, of course.
Well said. So, let's have you defend someone.
Huh?
Your timing is perfect, in fact. There's an apt trial about to begin later today. No advocate has been appointed for the defense as of yet. So, This will be welcome news.
Today?
Straight away?
If you manage to secure a verdict of not guilty, you'll have passed my test.
Out of the pond and into the fire.
What could be simpler?
Oh, how did I get myself into these situations? I believe you asked for it.
Well, could I ask what sort of trial it is, Lord Strongheart?
Yes. Good question. Ah, I remember. It's a murder trial.
Murder?
A murder. An extremely simple case, I understand. You really can't lose.
That's easy to say.
But I should mention, just in case, if the defendant is found guilty, he will, of course, be sentenced to capital punishment.
Capital punishment? He'll be put to death?
Here in Great Britain, murderers are sent to the gallows without exception. Presumably, you read that much in your short sea-based introduction to British law.
We can't possibly agree to such a test. We would be toying with a man's life.
I am the Lord Chief Justice, and I've decided it's acceptable.
But you can't do that, can you?
I just did. There's no need to overcomplicate this. All you have to do is ensure that you don't lose.
So the defendant may live or die, depending on how well I perform in court. If I lose, he'll be hanged.
Mr. Naruhodo, you've come to me claiming to be a lawyer. If you want me to take you seriously, you need to prove you're willing to do a lawyer's job. And if you say you intend to see through the will of your compatriot, Mr. Osogi, I would like to understand just how far you're willing to go in order to make that happen.
Oh, he's testing my resolve.
What's the matter? You've fallen silent. I'm sorry, but time is pressing. The trial begins shortly. I need an answer from you now. What's it to be?
What do I say? Do I agree to this absurd test? All right then. If I have to give you a decision now, then my answer is... I can't do it. I can't get the words out.
15 seconds. Your decision-making needs work if you want to be a lawyer. That was too slow. So, it's as I suspected, is it?
Sorry?
You have noble intentions but lack the resolve to see them through.
Ooh!
The test is cancelled. Thank you for stopping by. Go and acquire your ticket for passage back to the east tomorrow.
Well, that was a short game.
Yeah. This conversation is over.
Yes, Lord Strongheart. Thank you for offering me a chance.
Mr. Naruhodo.
I'm sorry, Miss Susato, but what could I do?
It's all right. I understand.
You do?
It's not an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances, but resolve has absolutely nothing to do with it.
Ooh. What are you trying to say, madam?
I think what Miss Susato means is that no matter how badly I'd like to be recognized as a lawyer and stay here in Great Britain, to risk another man's life by treating his one and only chance at a trial so trivially would be utterly unforgivable, and I feel exactly the same way. I'm sure the defendant won't see this trial as a test, as some kind of experiment. A lawyer may fight for his client in court day after day, but for each one of those clients, the particular day they stand in the dock may be the only chance they have to fight to prove their innocence. No, I was wrong. I'm not qualified to do that job yet. I'm sorry for wasting your precious time, Lord Chief Justice.
Ooh.
Wait. Mr. Naruhodo. You forgot something. Want to play a couple things?
Sure.
Welcome to my favorite case in the game.
John!
John!
Thank you.
That's a sentiment that is, everybody feels it.
Yeah.
Every single person, not a single person doesn't feel that way.
Seems like it's gonna be a good one.
This case is just alright, definitely not lying to try and balance expectations about this case. No Siri, couldn't be me, Mr. Seaman stoking off.
Angry! Thank you.
Did you get Miles of Edgeworth?
I did.
Oh,
I
you
just
did?
thought
Okay.
that the difference between those two would be funny.
Ah,
Because they're funny like
they're funny.
that. I'll keep playing.
LEG imminent.
Miles of Edgeworth! Leg.
Leg?
Leg. Oh, my leg. I'll
And
play another
one
one
more.
to catch us up.
Sorry about the wait, guys.
Can you choose someone who looks less final bossy? Like Ganon or Voldemort?
God,
Monosqueven
Voldemort.
anime! Some
Thank
people
you.
just have big imposing energy.
Oh, was there something else?
It's approximately 20 minutes by carriage to the Old Bailey from here. If you leave immediately, you should still be there in time.
But I just said that...
I was quite serious in what I told you. The defendant in this case has literally no one to advocate for him.
What?
At this point, he can't hope to find someone to represent him. The trial will begin without a defense. And if that happens, there's only one possible outcome. He will receive the most severe sentence the judge can pass down.
But that's awful!
But that is the truth.
Why does it have to be like this?
Please, don't expect an answer to every question.
That works, eh? Nice.
The cold, hard truth of the matter is that there is only one person now with a chance to save this man from a very miserable end. And that is you.
I'm really his only hope?
So, what do you say now, madam?
Me? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart?
You said it wasn't an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances, and I agree. But in my estimation, it is purely and simply a matter of resolve. Our time is up here. I have a meeting to attend. I must leave in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So, venture into our great city and enjoy yourselves.
He's gone.
The Old Bailey.
If we're going to do this, Mr. Naruhodo, we must leave at once.
What do we do? Mrs. Oh!
she ready?
Mr. Sato, can I ask you something?
Careful. From this position, I can perform a Susato takedown in an instant.
I know.
Mr. Naruhodo, you heard Lord Strongheart. The trial starts imminently. If I need to throw you, I will.
You know, you could just say, I think we should hurry to the courtroom.
If you need to ask me something, it had better wait until we're at the Old Bailey.
Mr. Sato, can I just ask you something? Oh.
Careful! I'm gonna fucking throw you into the carriage and I'll run there myself!
Wouldn't it just be easier if you also got in the carriage?
No!
Do you want to play a couple things?
Sure. Well, first I'll say, Yoni, thanks for 27 months.
Hey,
Seems to be
Yoni.
working. See you again next month.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You probably shouldn't laugh anymore.
Given how legal experts look down on people defending themselves in court, Strongheart should be impressed that Naruhodo managed to clear himself of murder charges and avoid a diplomatic crisis.
No! Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty cool. Wanna do one more?
Sure.
Also cool thing, friend of the stream Gregory W just won a Bud Light Super Contest and won 2 tickets to a Baltimore Ravens football game. Freaking cool.
That's
Damn!
so awesome! Congratulations, Greg!
Congrats. I hope you have fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be so fun.
Damn.
Oh, look at them. Oh, his
Cool.
mustache. Oh. No, baby.
There's Greg in chat. Yeah, that's super cool. I've never been to an NFL game. I've only been to NHL games.
I've never been to any sports
Oh,
game.
I did go to a CFL game one time. Actually, it was the Grey Cup.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. We're in time. There's still 15 minutes until the trial begins.
Yeah, sporting events are pretty cool. I never knew a horse-drawn carriage could go so fast. I thought my teeth were gonna rattle loose.
Did you hear what I said to the driver as we climbed into the aboard? Yes. Get us to our destination in 5 minutes, driver, and if there's a guinea in it for you. It's one of my favorite lines from Herlock Sholmes stories, and it worked quite perfectly.
What's a guinea?
It's like a tuppence.
What's a tuppence?
It's sort of like a guinea.
What's a guinea?
Well, it's kind of similar to a tuppence, but bigger.
Not all questions require answers.
And I'm not sure why you're so pleased. I thought we were going to die, and I had to pay gold for the privilege.
Well, at least we arrived here before the trial started.
Yes, I suppose there's that.
Anyway, I don't understand it. The court clerk said the defendant should be here.
Do you think the defendant is Sherlock?
I hope.
Herlock?
I hope. But there's no sign of him at all.
Wouldn't that be something?
What's a shilling? Like and subscribe to the NyanCave. It helps us out greatly, everyone. This stream sponsored by you. That's a shilling.
So this is the Old Bailey. Even this room for defendants to wait in is grand.
Are you all right, Mr. Naruhodo?
I'm feeling tense, that's all. This place gives me the same sense of foreboding that I remember for the Supreme Court in Japan. An oppressive air. Almost as if the building itself is going to crush whoever's about to be sentenced. Feels like only yesterday that I was the one about to be crushed.
Yes. Whoever the man you're going to defend is, I imagine he's feeling very alone at this moment. Okay.
Is it Tiny Tim?
I hope so.
I hope it's not Tiny Tim.
This person's got, oh gosh, what is it, Brummy?
I will take his crutches.
Do you want to see what they look like before we decide who does the voice?
Top of the morning. Oh, of course. Top of the morning to you, madam, sir. Oh!
Hello.
Go for it.
What are you doing following me here? Things are fair desperate, aren't they?
Sorry?
Would you look at those expressionless faces? From the east, are you?
We're from Japan, yes.
Oh, not Brummy. Oh. Top of the morning? Is it actually not British?
Ooh,
Irish?
Ooh.
Way too gruff? I don't know. He's Irish? Ah, Japan, is it? Right. Say no more. So, how much does you need?
No, we're here just because...
Oh, no need to explain, fella. I've been there myself, so I have. No place to go, nothing to eat, barely a penny in your name, and all the while a strange, faraway land.
Well, actually, we haven't found a place to stay yet, no. Oh!
'Tis grand, 'tis grand.
Oh my god, he just summoned his stand!
No stando da.
Family jewels.
Let me start by giving yous 1,000 guineas. Say nothing now. A 1,000 guineas?
Please, Mr. Sato, you don't have to shout.
But 1,000 guineas is enough to build an entire mansion in the most prestigious area of Tokyo.
What?
Oh, 'tis nothing to me at all. I like to ensure I have sufficient funds to weather a rainy day, you see.
By weather a rainy day, do you mean like build a dome over all of London?
I've enough wealth to buy the city of London 2 or 3 times over.
Could that much rain even fall in one day? Well, even so, we couldn't possibly accept such a large sum of money. Ah! It hit me in the eye.
Don't get me wrong, fella. I'm not giving it to you, no strings attached. I'll be wanting you to do something for me.
Oh?
Oh, to be honest, 'tis a little embarrassing. The trial that's about to begin, you see, is for me good self here. I'll be in the dock. So now, what I want you to do is come along with me and stand there beside me. Officially, you'll be my lawyer, but that's just a little detail now.
Oh, well, the thing is...
Oh, don't worry about a thing. All you have to do is stand up there next to me, nothing more. Otherwise, you see, the trial is going to start without me having any kind of representation at all.
So it was true. The Lord Chief Justice wasn't just making it all up.
I'm terribly sorry to have to ask, but does that mean you're the defendant in this trial? Blustering blazes! Do yous not know who I am? Me, one of London's biggest names.
No, sorry. We've only just arrived in the city, you see.
I see. I suppose it isn't altogether impossible. Well, just next to Hyde Park there in the centre of London is a beautiful park.
Sorry? A park? What?
It is called McGilded Park, full of blue blossoming flowers in the spring and singing birds and whatnot. Oh, I donated it to the city, so I did. An entire park? In central London? A city of smiles. That's my vision for London. Oh, there's nothing Magnus McGilded wouldn't do for the city and its square of people.
That's amazing. I mean, really extraordinary.
Ah, but now they've the gall to say I'm a good-for-nothing criminal. Me, Magnus McGilded. Oh, what's the matter with London police, I ask ye?
All right. Don't pass out.
Mr. Naruhodo? Perhaps now would be a good time to introduce ourselves while the gentleman catches his breath.
Good idea. Mr. McGilded, the thing is, we're actually here in London to study British law. We're law students on a study tour from Japan, you see. So if you don't have a lawyer for the trial yet, and you'd be happy to put yourself in our hands, we'll do our best.
What was I after saying, you daft idiot? I've given you 1,000 guineas to stand up there next to me, haven't I?
Well, yes, but I wasn't really offering to just stand up there next to you.
Oh, I think I see what's going on here.
Sorry?
Oh, I know what you're thinking. Ah, this chanter of a fella claims to have more money than the Queen. But if that's true, then why the blazes can't he hire the finest lawyer in all of England?
Yeah, that's actually what I was wondering. There's something weird going on here. Do you want to play a couple things?
Aye.
Hi guys, out of all the Ace Attorney game, do you like the most? Mine is this one, since it adds something more to the gameplay that I wish it was in the original Ace Attorney.
Ooh,
Kingdom Hearts Slayer!
thanks.
Yeah, I love the additions to this game so far. Without completing this game, so far this one is probably my favorite. I really loved Professor Layton.
Yeah,
Ace
I don't know if
Attorney.
that counts, but that was a really good one
It
too.
was so much fun.
But the second trilogy was really cool.
The second trilogy was awesome. So many good characters.
One more.
Willy Wonka finally being arrested for what happened in the chocolate factory, eh?
Biowoman! Yeah, you can't. There's only so many.
Charlie finally cracked.
Yeah. Thank you, Biowoman.
Got a book deal. Did a tell-all expose.
You want more?
One more, sure.
Okay.
This won't set chat on fire at all.
According to my approximations, a guinea is about $5 US. Also, obligatory love this case and Irish Willy Wonka.
Nick!
He's got an aesthetic,
you.
that's for sure.
Aye, he does. He does.
Thank you.
Oh, because he did it. That's the only explanation. Well,
Well... Oh, that you did it. Okay, no. You know what? Not at all. Not at all. Although, it is a little strange, to be honest. Why you don't have a lawyer, I mean.
that would be the fault of the Reaper.
The one that seasons don't fear?
Aye.
Sorry, did he just say Reaper?
Aye. The Grim Reaper of the Bailey, Lord Barock von Zeeks. He's the prosecutor. The prosecutor is the Grim Reaper? When Van Zeek stands for the prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial lambs. And to this day, in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned.
What?
So it's reached the desperate situation where there's no one willing to stand in the defense against the fella at all. You could say he's a living legend of the Old Bailey.
Damn.
Goodness, Lord Beric von Zeeks. He must be an exceptionally talented prosecutor then. Talented isn't the word you're looking for, madam. It's cursed.
Cursed? What on earth? Ooh, so what do British bailiffs sound like?
We, the defendant, is summoned, and his counsel!
I love it.
Please make your way to the courtroom! The trial's about to begin!
His counsel, that would be me.
Oh, 'tis time! Well then, fella, don't let me down.
But I don't know anything about the case. You haven't told me what happened.
Until you showed your face here. I'd made up my mind, so I had.
Sorry?
I decided that I'd have to defend myself in there.
How would that have worked? Really? Ryunosuke, I think you of all people would know how that would work.
Oh, but then you made an appearance, a student of law, wouldn't you know? 'Tis no accident, I can assure you of that. 'Tis fate. 'Tis fate. So don't get cold feet now, please.
This is so interesting because, like, it seems like things aren't exactly as they seem, but I'm not sure if that's what I'm supposed to think. And this whole thing being a test, it's very interesting.
No, it's very cool.
I don't know.
really like it.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of all this. Because, like, I don't entirely trust this dude, but
Right?
I
We
feel
don't
like
know him.
I know, but and I'm like, is the game making me not trust him? Is like that enough? And then, like, you know, the Supreme Lord Justice was all like, oh yeah, it'll be easy. He obviously didn't do it. Now go do it. Even though he knows who the prosecutor is.
Right?
I literally know nothing about the case or about this man who stands accused. In fact, the only thing I do know is that I can't just turn my back on him.
Mr. Naruto,
The man has no one. He'll have to stand alone in that courtroom, armed with nothing to defend himself. Maybe also a mountain of cash. Yeah, something that Kazuma would never have allowed to happen.
Thank you for the defense! What are you doing? If it ain't for the start of the trial, you lose your right to stand!
I don't mind sitting, actually.
Stand!
I'll be right there.
Whee!
I imagine that's what British ambulances sound like.
Yeah.
What's happening then? My first trial in a British court. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma, because I have no idea how I'm gonna manage this. No, that voice actually doesn't hurt my throat as much as Toad voice does.
Whoa.
Damn.
Whoa.
Ooh.
This is a little extra.
I hope that the judge is Robin. And then they can be all like, it's time to tip the scales.
Oh,
Well,
from
that's
Fire
it.
Emblem.
Yeah.
I thought from Batman.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No. Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Look at them all. They're adorable.
Sorry, do you want to play two things?
It depends if this is automatically going to go.
Nope.
Okay.
So this is the highest court in Great Britain. The Old Bailey. Oh my god. I love her little hat.
To be clear, 1 guinea is 21 shillings, or £1 and 1 shilling. A pound in 1890 Great Britain, a guinea is 736 of today's American dollars. So 1,000, flushed face.
£1 and 1 shilling?
1 pound is 736, sorry for bad grammar.
Angry!
Oh.
That's a significant amount of money. Thank you, Angry!
Thank you.
He'd be rich.
The centuries of history in this place is palpable, isn't it? It's so different to the Supreme Court in Japan.
It feels both imposing and serene at the same time. The atmosphere almost makes words redundant. Whatever the country, determining a person's guilt or innocence is always a solemn affair. May I say something, Mr. Naruto?
Oh, yes, what?
Your eyes look ready to pop out of your head again.
I know, but I just can't help it. Oh my god. Oh! Santa! You're real!
Oh!
He decides who's naughty and who's nice.
He does! Wow!
Oh my goodness. I love his little glasses.
His little
That was
glasses and his
amazing.
hair and his
He's got a
fluffy beard.
cloud. Tell me, like, everyone who sees this has got to go straight to Santa.
Absolutely.
Like the color scheme, the little glasses, naughty and nice. Come on.
Yeah, you sit on his lap.
You sit on his. Wait, what? Oh, you didn't, Haiti? Well, there you go. Time for Clay to play all parts? No.
You tell me if there's a character you want me to do.
Oh, you're probably gonna do the prosecutor. I don't want to get into one of those situations again where I do everything. It's not fun. Look at that HD fire.
I know.
And Adam, thank you. 27 months. Santa Judge.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. We are here today to determine the guilt or innocence of Mr. Magnus McGilded. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
Chat really wants you to do the prosecutor, though.
Oh.
That's a lot of voice for... Yeah, you'll be voicing everyone if you also do the judge. So, do you want me to be judge and you be prosecutor? It's still gonna be a lot of talking.
I think you could do. I think you could do just fine with this edgy boy. I know it's basically just like Edgelord Edgeworth. Edgelord. Oh, of course, because in Britain they're lords. So instead of Edgeworth, it's Edgelord. Lawyered. Bam. I think it'd be fine because I mean, like the judge doesn't even have that many lines, so it wouldn't even make a difference. Like I just don't want to be the defense and the prosecution.
Yeah,
most of the time. Yeah. Yeah, I think Nanny could do a fine on Zeke's.
Okay.
I think
It
it's
might
fine.
take me a minute to get into it because, you know, I don't get to voice boys often.
Yeah. No.
The prosecution is fully prepared.
That must be the Reaper of the Bailey. He really does look fully prepared to dispatch his next poor victim to the underworld. A vamp. Wasn't vamp Russian or something? I can't remember.
I think he was.
Counsel for the defense, you appear to be Eastern. Do you speak English?
Huh? Oh, yes, of course, sorry. But he asked if the defense was ready. And I couldn't be further from ready if I tried.
Those eyes please me, Nipponese.
Oh.
They shroud your fear, your doubt, your trepidation. They run wild, clinging to some phantom notion of courage. The quintessential look of a sacrificial lamb.
A cold shiver just ran down my spine all the way to the tips of my toes. Sorry, things are happening really fast. You want to play a few before we fall too far behind?
Yeah, I do. Because otherwise I get anxiety.
Breathe.
Magnus looking like Red White's great-great-great-grandma.
Miles of Edgeworth!
Oh, yes.
Quite a bit.
Oh,
Quite
man.
a bit.
That's
Yeah,
a way throwback. Yeah, you went the whole field with that throwback. Damn, I was like, whoa. And I literally like scanned through the entire series. And it wasn't until the very beginning. Yeah.
Strongheart's office is a clock tower. Where's the Medusa heads? Oh wait, this isn't Castlevania. At least we still have a Reaper in Baroque Van Zeeks.
Adam!
Adam, thank you.
Thank you.
A prosecutor who's never lost for decades. Surely this newbie lawyer won't start a habit of ruining all win streaks. Look out, Baronom's oinks.
Our sword was made to cut streaks.
Hey, absolutely. Do you want more?
Yeah.
Prosecution can get clapping hands. Clapping hands. Step on me.
Grant! It's the voice on games. Thank you.
Thank you, Grant!
He's very edgy. Prosecutors are one of my favorite parts of the series for sure.
The Grim Reaper to be so hot.
Cyber Saiyan!
Just ask most of my Sims.
Yeah.
They've
Anyone
met the
who-
Grim Reaper, and some of them had a good time.
Yeah, woohoo.
Woohoo, indeed.
More?
Sure, two more.
Why am I a fucking Dracula in this game?
Miles Edgeworth. Congratulations on being a Dracula.
Miles Edgelord.
Ooh.
Thank you.
He is super hot. Like a Castlevania Edgeworth, but cooler.
But cooler. And thank you, everyone. And thank you, Monoves. Monoscaven Anime.
Monosqueven Anime!
Monosquaven?
Wait, skip.
Now, Mr. McGilded,
Yes, my lord.
you stand accused of murder, a capital offense. You could be sent to the gallows if found guilty. Are you quite sure you wish to entrust your defense to this foreigner?
At I've always said, my lord, 'tis a grand thing to give opportunities to the young. Even if the fella is a student from some little island off in the Far East. Is it not the British way to ignore the dangers to yourself and give those less fortunate a fair chance? I'd like to think that the acts of chivalry do the great British Empire proud.
Oh, listen to McGilded.
Oh, what a fine gentleman London has in himself.
Did you hear he donated £5,000 to the government the other day?
Can we please go play in McGilded Park?
It seems as though everyone in the public gallery is firmly behind Mr. McGilded.
That's definitely welcome news. And he certainly has a way with words. I'm surprised he couldn't convince anyone to defend him.
Eloquently put, Mr. McGilded, and most laudable sentiments. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm sure I need hardly remind you that you 6 members of the public have been selected for your impartiality.
Well, I certainly don't trust one of them.
Yeah, wow.
That old lady with her knitting needles.
With her knitting. I'm pretty sure she's like right out of Professor Layton's
right.
Ace Attorney. I know. Oh my god. And that one guy's a flask.
Are you ready to proceed?
Oh, goodness. There's so many of them, I feel like they're just gonna get voices.
I'll take the ladies.
Sure.
Yes, my lord. If the task is to send rotters to the gallows where they belong, I'm more than ready.
At the manor, his lordship always says we should dispose of rubbish promptly. Naturally, I agree.
I like her. She's fun. Do you want to do this one and we can mix it up a little bit, or?
I already thought about the voices for the ladies.
Okay, fine.
But if you want me to be a man, I can be a man.
Ha! Any criminals here will soon be wishing they never set eyes on me. Perfect.
Okay, well, that was easy. I love this man's face. I could do this guy if you want.
Hold on.
You got something?
I think
you got
so.
Something?
I don't know.
Oh, you got something.
Just, I used Booster Voice in the bailiff, but I feel chill. No,
Perfect.
you can't. But what would you could do like maybe a Gimli voice or something?
I feel a chill.
It's just those damn eyes. They're so good.
Oh, don't mind me, my dears. I'll just be getting on with my knitting. Must finish these mitts for my grandson.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, those people are...
The jury, yes. That's something we don't have in Japan yet.
That's right. I've only ever read about it. But here in Great Britain, the court's final verdict depends on the opinions of these 6 jurors.
Oh, they all get a little gavel thing.
The judge passes sentence according to the law, but the jurors determine guilt based on common sense.
Oh god, we're fucked.
So the defendant is ultimately judged from 2 completely different points of view.
But how exactly do the jurors give their verdict?
That I don't know, but... I'm sure it'll become clear as the trial progresses.
Yes.
Prosecutor Van Zix.
My lord.
It's been a number of years since we've seen you here in the courtroom. I thought you'd renounced your fame.
I'm known as the Reaper of the Bailey, my lord. Infamy rather than fame, I would say. But yes, 5 years have passed since I last spread my wings in this capacity.
Get it, because he's a vampire.
What brings you back? Is there some change of circumstance of which the court should be aware?
Ooh. Beautiful.
I leave that to your imagination, my lord.
So the Reaper's been out of action for 5 years. Why did he have to choose today of all days to make a comeback?
Don't lose heart, Mr. Naruhodo.
As you wish, sir. The court nevertheless welcomes your return. Now then, opening statements, I think. A summary of the case, if you please.
Certainly, my lord. As your lordship is aware, this is a case of overwhelming simplicity.
We must be the only ones in here who aren't aware.
The incident took place in the late evening, 3 days past. The hour was some minutes after 10. The victim was a maker of building bricks known in the community as Thrice-Fired Mason.
Sorry? Thrice?
He was a very accomplished craftsman. The bricks he fired were said to be almost indestructible.
Oh, I thought that he was bad at his job and that he'd been fired several times.
The victim's corpse was discovered in an omnibus in service on the streets of London at the time. A dagger that had been thrust into the victim's abdomen is believed to be the ultimate cause of death. Here is the autopsy report from the investigating medical officer in Scotland Yard.
Thank you, Counsel. I shall accept that and the photograph as evidence.
Internal hemorrhaging as a result of a single stab wound to the abdomen.
I'm gonna grab the door because otherwise things will get stolen. Be right back.
A photograph of the victim taken on the omnibus. The knife in his abdomen is clearly visible, but his face is partly obscured by from view by an old crooked hat. Ooh. Hey. So, you come here often?
Sorry, there was a sus individual outside of our house.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And nothing at the door. So I just had to have a look. That was odd.
Yeah. Oh, we have the camera.
Yeah. Very odd.
Oh, thanks, Hamza.
And one further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well.
And these are... Good Lord! Is that blood, Counsel?
Yes, my lord. Seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. These gore-soaked gloves were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested.
What? Mr. McGilded's gloves had blood on them?
Yes, I will accept these as evidence as well.
How did I get into this? I'm backed into a corner before I've even started.
Continuing. According to the driver of the omnibus, there were only 2 passengers traveling inside his vehicle at the time.
Only 2?
Obviously, one of those passengers was the deceased brickmaker, Mr. Mason. The other was the accused, Magnus McGilded.
Well, rather damning circumstances to say the least. Defendant, what say you?
Well, of course, I have no recollection of such thing.
Mr. McGilded!
To be sure, I rode the omnibus that evening. But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken away with a fierce tiredness and I always succumb to it.
Are you claiming to have been asleep?
Ah, 'tis the motion of the carriage, my lord. Lilting so it is. And when I opened my eyes again, 'twas a desperate sight before me. The body of a man I'd never laid eyes on before in my life. Now I ask yous, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about my gloves now, was I? I reached out and gave the man a hand.
So the blood got onto the gloves then after the man had been killed.
Unfortunately, that statement of the drivers is only the beginning.
What? That's not all of it?
There were multiple witnesses to the precise moment at which the brickmaker was fatally stabbed.
Order! Order!
When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage. And there were witnesses to the crime. This is not just a case of compelling evidence. It's the nail in the coffin for the accused.
Well, thank you, Counsel. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear. I think we'll hear testimony from these witnesses first of all.
Your wish is my command.
Oh.
Bailiff, bring the witnesses at once. How I abhor that man.
Oh. Oh.
Witnesses, your names and occupations.
You want to play a couple things?
I do.
Eisen Shoko and now Van Zeke, we got Reapers galore.
We got reapers and stuff is aplenty. Thank you, Cupcake!
Thank you. Many reapers. Look at all these reapers.
What do you think of that one? I mean, we've both already read it, but I don't know.
It's fine.
Okay.
Van Zeeks quickly became my favorite prosecutor in the series. You may not believe me at first, but do trust me on this, I beg you, he is amazing.
Oh, we'll see.
Moses! Thank you.
Least favorite. I don't like him, because I'm a contrarian. Fight me.
Finally able to get here, Liv. I finished this game yesterday. It's so good.
Nice.
Been watching you guys for a while now. Good luck with the trial.
Mirage, thank
Mirage
you.
Main! Thanks. I'm excited. This is so far one of my favorite games.
There's so many people in the courtroom.
My name's Will. Well, everyone calls me Beppo. I drive the omnibus in the East End.
Bruce, fair play. I'm a banker in the city.
My name's First. Lady First. I'm hats for gents.
Do you?
Let's begin by confirming the facts. 3 days ago, at a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, all of you present in the stand were in an omnibus and witnessed the aforementioned incident. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, sir. Aye, sir.
Quite right.
Yes, sir. That's right, sir.
Very well then, let's proceed to your formal testimonies, please.
You suck at making hats.
All right.
Making hats is my passion.
Each of you will tell the court precisely what you saw.
Witness testimony. What the witnesses saw.
It was late in the evening, so I had a few customers. I remember it well.
Aspas.
The victim and the man, accused of killing him, were sat next to each other inside the bus. Then, out of the blue, the accused reached over and plunged a knife right into his guts.
Oh, that's right. I stabbed him. I screamed I did. I couldn't help it.
As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus and then I saw it too.
Who screamed? Oh, he screamed.
Unambiguous testimony, I must say.
Exactly, my lord. These men witnessed the incident on the omnibus with their own eyes.
I'd like to ask a question, if I may.
Yes, counsel?
Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever.
Why not?
Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it?
As has been clearly stated from the outset, yes.
Well, in that case, how could those two witnesses have possibly seen what happened? There's no way they could have seen the inside of the moving carriage.
How quaint. I'd read that civilization in the eastern island nations was a good century behind our own. But you're here in London yourself. And are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses?
Huh?
Tell me, my Nipponese friend, have you even traveled in an omnibus?
Well, no. We, only arrived in London this morning.
No matter. I've arranged for us all to see for ourselves the actual scene of the crime, that is.
What do you mean?
A carriage is designed to be moved, after all. Presumably you understand that much.
Yes?
The omnibus in which this bloody crime took place is here today, in this very building.
What? The entire carriage?
Bailiff? Bring forth the stricken omnibus!
But it's so heavy!
I hate that man so much.
Ooh, his boots.
GD. And if you check under your seats, you all get an omnibus! Ah! You get an omnibus and you get an omnibus.
So that's an omnibus. The omnibus. I can't believe they could bring something so enormous in here. Great Britain's courtrooms are amazing.
As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers. 4 passengers seated inside the enclosed cabin, and another 4 on top of the deck, the rooftop deck. Every Londoner knows that the best views of the city's architecture and sights are to be had from atop the omnibus. And I should point out to our foreign guests that there is a skylight in the roof allowing a view of the interior from the seats above.
A skylight. Oh!
The penny drops at last, I see. These 2 gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seats on the omnibus when the murder took place. That is how they came to witness the grim incident through the skylight.
Ah, that makes perfect sense.
Well, counsel, this is a first. In all my years behind the bench, I've never experienced the crime scene itself being brought into the courtroom.
There are a number of important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence. That is the prosecution's wish.
Very well, I see no reason why not. This omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence.
8-seater omnibus that was the scene of the crime. There were passengers both inside the carriage and on the roof deck last night. I can't believe it. The entire crime scene entered as evidence.
Yes, Great Britain is simply extraordinary.
I could help myself a lot by giving that omnibus a thorough examination, seeing as how it's here.
Let us continue with the proceedings then. Your cross-examination, counsel.
Pray don't expect this Nipponese stray to understand the intricacies of the British court's cross-examination rights.
All right, my first cross-examination in a British court. Focus, Ryunosuke. Focus. Woohoo!
Wow.
Stained glass.
Stained glass.
What the witness's soul?
It was the last bus of the evening, so I had customers. I remember it well. I had few customers.
Boop. Hold it! Yes, I think it was sometime after 10, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, sir. That's right, sir. Yes, sir, yes. Oh, ever so cold it was. Freezing, in fact, yes, sir.
And you had 4 passengers on board at the time. Is that correct?
Ah, yes, that's right, sir. No, not all traveling in the same parts of the bus, of course. No.
And there were no other passengers when the incident took place? No one alighted, for example?
Oh, you're quite right with that, sir. Oh, no other passengers like that. No, none of that, sir.
So nobody fled the scene of the crime then?
I have to say, the boss insists on running. He does every evening. That last bus of the day. But I do wonder sometimes if it's altogether worthwhile. Oh, yes, so sorry to say.
What do you mean by that?
Well, what with it being so cold and everything, and only making 20 pence on the run, you see. Yes, I spend that much at the pub on the way home, just trying to warm up again.
I know, Beppo is a sweet man.
Yeah. He's definitely the killer.
No, Beppo!
The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus.
Hold it!
And you saw them through the skylight in the roof of the carriage?
That's right. When you sit up on the top deck, the window's right there at your feet. There was a lamp on inside, so I had a pretty good view.
Beppo's got a whip!
Huh.
The two of them there were wearing hats, and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. But there's not a shred of doubt in my mind that it was Mr. McGilded.
How can you be so sure?
Well, how can I put it politely? McGilded is a gentleman of rather small stature. I couldn't have mistaken him for anyone else.
Let's not forget that when the vehicle came to a halt, the only people inside the enclosed cabin, were the deceased Mr. Mason and Mr. McGilded. There is no room for doubt here.
I really wish there was.
Then, out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife right into his guts.
Hold it!
You actually saw the moment it happened?
Didn't I already testify to that? Or are fair dinkum hard-working city bankers not considered trustworthy these days?
Oh, no. I didn't mean that. This is no good. I've really got his back up. I think I misread that. Oh, perhaps. My lord!
Huh. Juror number 3, what is the meaning of this?
My mind is made up, my lord. Completely and utterly made up. Made up about what? I don't like the stinking rich. Never have. They're always up to something or other, and they shouldn't be, every one of them. Oh. Oh. And that little leprechaun of a man is no exception. Well, he can't fool me.
Oh, wow! This is so extra!
There's no point wasting time listening to any more of this. That's my opinion on the matter anyway.
That is precisely what I was about to say. As the foreman of the jury, it is my duty to set a good example for my fellow jurors.
What is happening here?
Let me see. Oh, yes. It seems that's how members of the jury give their verdicts.
With fire?
And blood. Apparently, yes. White for innocent and black for guilty. As the 6 members of the jury make up their minds about the case, one by one, they each cast a ball of fire into the great scales of justice, as we saw just a moment ago.
Fucking love juror number 5. So, if those enormous scales fall completely to the black side, does that mean...
They never go back. Let's just do our very best to make sure it doesn't happen.
Now I'm even more worried than I was before.
Very well, the court acknowledges the change in the jury stance.
So this is great. This is basically Great Britain's Got Talent. Hell yeah.
Counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination.
This is a nightmare.
That's right. He stabbed him. I screamed I did. I couldn't help it.
Hold it!
He stabbed him, you say? And you were sitting up on the roof deck, were you?
Yes, that's right, sir. I was up on the roof seats. I remember seeing the little gent sitting next to the fellow that was stabbed. I've been thinking about a new hat design, you see, so I was just gazing about absent-mindedly around. But then I happened to look down. Sorry, this is a wrong accent for this gent. Then I happened to look down and through the skylight. It was sticking right out of his belly. A huge, great knife.
A grim sight indeed.
Oh, that didn't help me at all. Jury looks like they're even more convinced my client did it than they were before.
That appears to have made everyone even more dubious than that Mr. McGilded is telling the truth. If only we had some evidence to counter their suspicions.
Mr. First,
Oh, yes, sir?
is this the knife you saw?
Oh, good grief. Yes, that's it. That's the very one, sir.
Is that...
Yes, counsel. This is the blade that was driven into the victim's belly like a stake through the heart.
That is a blade of considerable size, counsel.
Thank you. It is. And furthermore, the scabbard is emblazoned with prominently a certain initial. The letter M, which seems oddly familiar.
Please, no.
M for Magnus, perhaps? Or McGilded, possibly? Take your pick. It seems this particular big name in London made a magnificent mistake.
Ooh, objection. I think the first one. But there's M's everywhere. Like yes, like in Mason.
Objection!
Oh, fancy objection.
I'm glad we got his objection.
This blade is far too extravagant for a poor brickmaker to have owned. No, this weapon of murder almost certainly belongs to the accused.
Oh.
Not conclusive, but certainly compelling, counsel.
A large-ish knife that was found lodged in the victim's abdomen. Its quality and fancy ornamentation suggest it might be quite valuable.
My lord, if you'll forgive the interruption.
Juror number 2, go on.
Mr. McGild is a pillar of the society and a gentleman. And a gentleman's word should not be
Should be.
Should be
Sacrosanct?
sacrosanct.
Sacrosanct? Sacrosanct?
I don't know. However... Those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Wait, what are you about to do?
Dispose of the rubbish.
Oh my god. No.
I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like to eradicate all traces of filth and grime.
Hold it. Don't you dare.
Hold on. I have painstakingly typed every word uttered here today and cross-referenced all the facts. As such, I am now in a position to draw the only logical conclusion.
Not again.
That's 4 out of 6 jury members who proposed a guilty verdict. There are only 2 left.
Oh, we've had it. Every time I press these witnesses for more information, I just make the situation worse.
Nevertheless, what we need more than anything at the moment is more information. We're still very much in the dark.
I suppose I'll just have to keep pressing the witnesses, knowing that more sparks may well fly.
We mustn't give up hope that we'll uncover something that will give us a way to fight back.
But... All right, I'll keep trying. I can't give up. I just need to keep calm and listen to the witnesses' statements again.
We should look at the, I guess now's the best time to look at the evidence, isn't it?
I guess so. We still have to press this last one, but...
Oh, is this the last one?
This is the last one, yeah.
Sorry, I thought we were at the beginning again.
That part is the sheath, isn't it? Are you all right, Mr. Naruhodo?
Huh? Oh, sorry. Yes, I just don't really like blades.
Oh. Those don't seem like the word of a man with a large katana slung from his waist.
That's not a blade. That's Kazuma's soul. Anyway, there's no sense in delaying it. Let's see what the blade looks like. Oh. That looks like a lot of blood.
It surely is blood. The victim's.
An Englishman's blood looks a lot like a Japanese man's blood.
Did you think it wouldn't?
Sorry, it's just that we've only just arrived here in Great Britain. I'm finding it a little hard to adjust.
Yes, I do understand.
That's a W.
I know!
An ornate letter M. Undeniably Mr. Magnus McGilded's initial.
And it's beautifully gilded, too. It must be very valuable, I should think. What is it?
Look at this M. If you turn it upside down, it becomes a W. This could change everything.
A W?
Yes, this is one of those, turnabout cases. I'm sure of it.
I'm afraid I don't know at all. But what I am sure of is that this is an M.
Oh. Well, that idea was quickly quashed. Well.
Why do you... Why?
I'm trying my best, man. Also, I lost my Streamlabs thingamabobber. Thrice fired Mason. 54, brickmaker. Cause of death. Stabbed once in the abdomen with a knife while journeying in an omnibus. Died due to internal hemorrhaging resulting from the trauma.
Yep.
Wait, he's wearing one of that dude's shoddy hats.
Maybe that's a hat he made, though. He's also missing a button.
This is definitely blood, isn't it? Not the most pleasant sight to be confronted with in our first day in London.
Well, nothing will come of grumbling now.
No, by the way, is Mr. McGilded right-handed?
Yes, I believe so. He was toying with a coin in his right hand a little earlier.
Pity, if only he'd be left-handed.
I think blood on either glove would be fairly incriminating, really.
I don't know.
Wagnus McGilded? McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Phoenix Wright Omnibus. 418.
Nice.
Jobmasters London's head office, omnibus.
I can't believe the murder happened inside Phoenix Wright.
So this is the roof deck of the omnibus. Oh, you must have a wonderful view of London streets from up here.
So people sit all the way up here on bitter winter nights with the cold air rushing past them? And they have to pay money to do so?
Oh, I can't imagine how cold it must feel.
That just made me think of something horrible. Can you imagine being dragged around the city in the freezing cold as a punishment?
Perhaps that is the real price you pay to stay out late.
I feel that. Let's go out late at night. No, let's never leave the house where it's warm.
Well, let's open the door and go inside, shall we?
The scene of a murder. It's horrible.
This is a really cool thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. That's a poster for the great exhibition that's due to start 6 months from now. That'll be relevant later. There's a lot of focus being drawn to the Crystal Tower, the centerpiece of the whole exposition.
Ooh, the Crystal Tower. It's under construction already, I believe. People all over London must be fizzing with excitement at the prospect of such a grand event.
Oh. It's quite a large skylight, isn't it?
Yes, quite large enough to afford a good view of the cabin from the roof deck.
And there doesn't appear to be a handle or a catch of any description. So I suppose it can't be open from the inside the cabin at least. That's blood that's soaked into the seat. The victim's obviously.
Yes, and that seat would be clearly visible from the roof deck.
Would you really stab somebody in full view of the other passengers like that, I wonder?
Well, it was after dark, and there was a lamp in here, so perhaps the culprit couldn't see anything outside the window.
Whichever way you look at it, it doesn't seem like it was a planned attack. Oh. This seat has a handle, it seems. Oh. This looks like all sorts of equipment that might be needed to keep the omnibus running.
Feeding tubes, tools to repair wheels, blankets, horseshoeing tools. So it's a storage compartment for the coachman to keep his things in, it seems.
There doesn't seem to be any space for passengers to stow their luggage, that's for sure.
Well, I don't imagine it would be very convenient for that purpose anyways.
A cheeky cubby! Oh, what have we here? A cheeky
there isn't
cubby
one
in
over
which
here.
to hide someone, perhaps. Someone small.
Damn. Well, this will be relevant. Probably.
Probably.
Have you seen enough? Let's step back outside then.
Let's see that undercarriage.
Clay, we just got here.
And you're looking for the undercarriage?
Well,
As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus and then I saw it.
Gonna press it. I should have saved. Oh well. What exactly did you see?
Oh, well, sir, that would be the passenger, sir. Yes, collapsed on the floor he was.
And by the passenger, obviously, you are referring to the victim, Mr. Mason the brickmaker.
And the other passenger that had a knife in his hand, like this he did.
By the other passenger, obviously, you're referring to the accused, Mr. Magnus McGilded.
And then he plunged it in like this, stabbing the other passengers in the belly.
What?
Oh, his stance. Oh, Beppo, you sweet man.
My lord, I wish to speak. Yes, juror number 5. Do I take it that you too, as the master of the London Guild of Coachmen, the idea of a murder being committed in one of the city's carriages is utterly abhorrent to me. It wouldn't be right to make a decision before hearing all the facts, though, I said to myself. But I've heard enough now. The horse has bolted, as they say.
Oh no, please. Just keep it on mind a little longer.
Gear up now, Silver Blaze.
The finish line is in sight.
Beppo is a long-standing member of the guild, and I trust what that man says.
Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, you're too kind, sir. Oh.
This is too unkind, sir.
Which now means that 5 Jaras agreed to condemn this man. Madam Jara number 6.
Yes, dear. Oh, what can I do for you?
You have heard the testimonies of the witness in the stand.
Oh, yes, I certainly have. Still got my hearing, you know.
Then, pray tell, why are you yet to pronounce your leaning?
Well, dear, the thing is, I'm a creature of habit, me. I always go to the park around this time of day and sit on a nice bench and get on with my knitting. There's a lovely little park just near where I live. The Gilded Park, it's called. The gentleman donated it to the city, you know. Oh, to put a smile on the Londoners' faces, he said. Oh, I can't imagine such a fine young gentleman would have it in him to take another man's life.
He is always doing wonderful things for the city.
That's right, a man like that wouldn't stab someone, surely.
Mother, maybe we go to McGilded Public Library after and borrow some more books?
How many Londoners live with their heads in the clouds? Do you people not know what kind of a man Magnus McGilded really is?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What kind of a man he is?
The philanthropist Magnus McGilded has enough wealth to purchase the entire city he claims to value so highly. But where did all that wealth come from?
Uh-oh.
Your client is a Shylock, sir, and one with the very darkest of souls.
What?
Stone the crows!
McGilded lends money at extortionate rates of interest, so his victims have no hope of repaying him. When they default, he takes possession of everything they own. He is a vulture that preys upon the weak.
I've never heard of mention of that before.
Your faculties haven't deserted you, I'm sure, madam. So has this thought not crossed your mind? Would a man wealthy enough to buy London in its entirety not have a carriage of his own? What possible reason could this man have had to make use of a public omnibus service?
You're not saying that...
The victim, a poor brickmaker, had next to nothing in his name save considerable financial liability. It will come to no surprise that his creditor was the accused, Magnus McGilded. But let it also be known that this very day Mr. Mason was killed was the final repayment date for his debts.
Good gracious!
The brickmaker was destitute. He had lost his house. He had not a shilling with which to repay his debts.
Then how did he board the bus, lawyered?
Yeah, got him. Not guilty. End of trial. Bam, bam. Walk free.
In the end, this pitiful soul had the very last thing he owned taken from him. His life. By the merciless philanthropist pretender Magnus McGilded.
I don't believe it.
If I might add something briefly.
Miss Sasato?
You claim that the victim had been lent money by Mr. McGilded, but where is the evidence to support your claim?
Where'd that bottle of champagne come from? Wine? Oh.
Blood.
Oh. Tomato juice.
Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hollowed chalice in the court of law.
Aha! There it is! Lord Von Zeke's hollowed chalice!
Oh my god, it's chalice!
So full. How can this be considered acceptable?
But I find myself in an unexpectedly good humor. I had heard ladies from the Far East could show great courage, but I didn't expect to experience it myself.
As a judicial assistant to the defense, I am simply doing my job.
What a pity that you display your display of courage is in vain. This is the debtor's law ledger, which details all monies loaned by the accused. You will find the victim's name clearly recorded inside.
Oh.
Allow me to present this ledger as evidence. And pray forgive the discourtesy of raising my chalice in toast to the enigmatic East at the same time.
A marvelous toast, Counsel. I will gladly accept this new evidence.
Defense higher rate of interest includes the victim who owed 20 guineas.
Ah, yes. 20 guineas. The victim was owed a considerable sum.
And the accused made quite certain that he had ample recompense.
Oh, don't give up on me now, juror number 6. You're our only hope. Just take a deep breath. This portfolio must contain all sorts of secrets of London's gentry.
Oh dear. Do you really think we ought to look inside?
Well, it's not as though we know any of London's gentry personally, is it? Apart from our great detective friend, perhaps. Actually, I wonder.
I assure you we will not find Mr. Sholmes in there.
Well, let's see what we find.
Gosh, it's crammed full of gentlemen's names, isn't it?
Well, I suppose they're probably not all gentlemen at all, are they? After all, not everyone in this country is well off.
Oh, goodness!
What is it?
Look at this! Do you see this name here?
Bruce Fairplay. Should that mean something to me? It does sound strangely familiar, actually.
Bruce Fairplay? The witness testifying at this very moment? Bruce? Bruce? Bruce?
I don't see how that's relevant to the case.
Fairplay?
Oh, yes, of course, the banker. Why is his name in here? Ah, he borrowed 20 guineas, did he? And look, the repayment date is fast approaching.
It's possible that this is just a coincidence, of course, but this could be very useful information.
Ooh, 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 ooh. I assume that's it for the entire page.
You want to check the other one just to be sure? Just to be sure. Yeah, I think you were correct. You were correct.
Well, it would seem I've had the wool pulled over my eyes.
Oh no!
Regrettably, madame, that is the modus operandi of the accused.
And it's such a pretty little park, too. Oh, what a scoundrel! A beast! A beast!
Oh!
he is.
Oh no!
Still,
No!
maybe it's all for the best.
Oh my god! What a savage! Wait a minute! Let's all think about this a little more before.
I don't stand for nonsense! Hurrah! Bonk. Hot Grans, we have problems too. We're just like you.
That was it. The last juror's decision.
Oh, according to the Encyclopedia of British Law, When all members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended and the presiding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. That's what it says here.
Ah, the final verdict. It's over then.
Oh! There's a footnote, though.
A footnote?
However, the defense...
All 6 members of the jury are now in agreement of this case.
Allow me to convey my respect for your swift and righteous decision.
According to the laws of this country, I will now conclude the stream.
Oh, what? Oh, no! This is a cliffhanger.
The cliffiest of hangers. Frick. Frick.
Damn.
Sorry about my snacking. We got donations to play and I need to eat.
Ooh. Damn. Thanks for being here, though. Crazy case we've got ourselves on. Yeah, thanks for about to head to the gym. Have a good time, Allison. Streams are too damn short.
Get it, Allison. Get it.
If you want, you can play a thing too.
The thing Van Zeeks said, it's actually in his character voice recital if you want a better idea how he sounds.
Look at him!
Oh, neat.
Thank you. Don't really know what that means, but thank you.
Ooh, good luck, GD. Oh yeah,
They
Sunday.
keep calling Japan a small island in the east, but isn't England kinda like an island too? England is the Japan of the West.
John!
To be so unknowledgeable of our times. It
I would
is the 1900s. The Great British Empire spans
Oh, yeah,
far and wide.
Yeah, that
The
makes
sun
sense.
never sets upon the Great English Empire.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
I think Great Britain, the island, and Japan would be similar size, wouldn't they?
I wonder.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell with the way that maps are skewed.
Yeah. Oh, that too, yeah.
This game is propaganda to make jury duty look cool so people don't dodge it.
Ah.
Ultimate Gamer!
People do like to play with fire.
And people like to dodge jury duty.
Can't do both.
Similar, Japan's a little larger. Nice.
Ah.
Hey, you want to ride on my 2DX omnibus? Smirking face.
Monadu! Thank you, Monadu.
Double-decked omnibus. What? What?
Shadow Hunter 98, thank you for being 27 months on Prime.
Thank you.
Hey Beppo, mind if I borrow that whip so me and Van Zeeks can have bonk?
Cyber Saiyan, thank you.
Need a demonstration.
And Moses conversion makes it so your donation won't play, but I'll read it out for you. I just want to waltz to Van Zeek's theme. Yeah, his theme's
Nice.
great. Harpsichords?
Mhm.
Give it to me in my veins.
Oh boy, I've got my work cut out for me. But it's name time.
Yeah, there's a
1/3.
whole bunch. TBD! Thank you.
Sorry, I'm getting my papers all ready. Start writing.
Magnus may be a play on magnanimous, which means to be kind and charitable towards the less fortunate, and magilded contains the word gilded, which means rich or privileged.
Mhm.
2/3.
I also thought
TBD!
it might have been about his junk. McGilded.
McGilded?
Yeah. He likes gold.
His Japanese name, Kosni Megandl, is a play on the Japanese phrase Kozenai Megandaru, which is the Kansai dialect for Kozenai Megundayaru, meaning I'll spare you some change, 3/3.
Damn. I would have never gotten that. That is some next level stuff, damn.
TBD! That makes sense because he's a moneylender.
No. It does, well, maybe. I guess it depends. But yeah, the puns are a little more subtle.
Balrock canonically picks his own grapes for his wine. What a good boy.
Miles of Edgeworth! He probably steps on himself too.
Would you like some grapes?
Thank you, everyone!
Thank you. Yeah, very cool game. And I appreciate all you guys being here. We won't be back with this till Sunday, but we do have Tales of Berseria tomorrow. So it'd be really cool if you came and hung out with us for that. It'll be a bit of a longer stream. Playing some Berseria. We may or may not be in some sort of place. Doing some things.
Baby Gear Solid.
Perfect. Ooh. And Saturday? That's a good question. We haven't figured it out, but maybe What the Dub? I know I wanted to play some games with you guys because we were on What the Dub. We were on Twitch last Saturday. But I also would like to follow up with some Canada's Worst Handyman, you know.
I do know.
A very neat show. Oh, sorry, Adam. I hope you can make it. Haven't done Mario Kart in a while? That's true too. Whew. Ah, but yeah, what a wild ride. I'm very excited for what twists and turns await us. 5-hour stream Saturday. You got it. Makes sense to me. Saturday Jackbox in your life? Yeah. Saturday Utopia? Probably not. Not for a bit. We'll see. I do like to play that game when fill in a day or two. It's a fun little game. Garfield cart? Oh, man. Yeah, we should do that. Yeah, I do own Garfield Racing, though. But yeah, maybe Garfield Racing before Mario Kart? Who knows?
One of them is obviously
What? Obviously. Obviously.
I was so close to getting
Snake Voice? I probably would have done it. Obviously. I think it would fit him. It felt like you were trying to fight Snape sometimes.
Sometimes I was.
Yeah.
Sometimes I was.
Sometimes I heard a little Snape rearing his head a bit. Obviously. Oh, that sounded weird. Hold my ears like that. Headset hair. There was a content update for Malf. Oh, cool. I haven't seen that. I wanna play that. Adventure mode. I want to follow up on that. It's just a fun game. Ooh, Mifa making raindrop cake. Raindrops keep falling on my cake. It's been real though. We got Neo Tui coming up very shortly too.
Yeah. Things are hotting up.
Mm-hmm. Unbeatable boss fight? Who knows?
Could be.
Could be. But
Okay.
I'll see you sooner or I'll see you later.
We'll see you later.
I better see you though.
Bye. I love you.